Hello and welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local time with your broadcast news for this hour. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first we'll begin with your major headlines for this broadcast. Messages of condolences from President Isaias Afwerki. Abuna Carlos gives a benediction. And more on your domestic, on your international, dozens of civilians killed in eastern Mali. Strong earthquakes jolt part of Indonesia's West Papua province. From your headlines to your brief domestic, President Isaias Afwerki sent messages of condolences to King Charles III of the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland on the passing away of Queen Elizabeth II, the historic person and the longest-serving Queen of United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. In his message, President Isaias expressed his condolences to King Charles III and through him to the government of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. His Holiness Abuna Carlos V, Patriarch of the Eritrean Orthodox Tewahedo Church, gave benediction in connection with St. John holiday. His Holiness Abuna Carlos gave a detailed briefing on the historic background of the holiday and wished peace and prosperity as well as a happy new year to the government and people of Eritrea inside the country and abroad, as well as members of the Eritrean Defense Force. His Holiness also called on the faithful to extend hands to the disadvantaged nationals and speedy recovery to patients that are in hospitals. On your preceding domestic, the Ministry of Education on 8th and 9th September conducted activity assessment meeting on the 2021-2022 academic year as well as on the future program. At the meeting, extensive discussion was conducted on the reports presented by heads of regional branches, Sawa Vocational Training Center, Eritrean community schools in Saudi Arabia, as well as on the implementation of the set-out programs by the Ministry of Education. The assessment meeting was mainly focused on achievements registered in ensuring equitable educational opportunity, application of the curriculum, ensuring quality education provision, participation of female students at all levels, adult education program, cultural, sports, and health activities, causes for student school dropout, measurements taken to improve students' discipline, contribution of students at the summer work program, administration of boarding schools, technical and vocational education, as well as internal capacity of schools and training centers within the regions. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the strengths and challenges presented in the reports and adopted various recommendations to that extent. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Petros Hailemariam, Director General of the Research and Human Resources Development of the Ministry of Education, called an integrated effort for preserving the achievement registered and addressed the challenges to be encountered. On your final domestic seminar aimed at developing the understanding of public on law and increased participation in controlling crimes and offenses was organized for residents of Tsetsarat and Paradiso subzones on the 7th and 9th September. The objective of the seminar was to develop the understanding of residents on law and strengthen their participation in controlling crimes and offenses, and thereby ensuring peace and security of the public. At the seminar, Captain Sambelawit Radi, commander of 4th Police Station, indicating that owing to the increased awareness of the public, prevalence of crimes and offences are declining. Calls were made on the public to strengthen participation in the effort to prevent crimes and offences, as well as in exposing criminals. Captain Sembelawit also said that knowing the law could not save one from accountability, and called on parents to conduct sustainable follow-up on their children's daily activity so that they refrain from committing crimes and petty offences. The participants on their part expressed readiness to strengthen participation in the effort to ensure safety and security in their area and called for the sustainability of the seminar. We'll be back with your international report after this short break. Do stay with us for more. From your domestic to your international, local officials said dozens of civilians were killed this week in Talataya, a town located in northeastern Mali. The locality, which cites at cross swords of influences for rival torrential groups, was allegedly attacked by ERi fighters who have tied with the Islamic State organizations. As reported, the exact death toll remain unknown. Indeed, only partial reports from different local sources shed light on the humanitarian tragedy occurring in the Sahelian town cut off from communications network. A local official said that 45 civilians had been killed, while an MSA fighter standing for Teguda dominated movement for the salvation of Azawad put the civilian death toll at 30. Both spoke to AFP on condition of anonymity and added that houses and the market had been torched. An international humanitarian work in the region, however, said several dozen civilians had been killed. Militants from the ERi group, that the Al-Qaeda affiliate group, and other armed organizations, including the Tuareg-dominated movement for the salvation of Azawad, have allegedly been fighting since Tuesday. If confirmed, this could be the first time that Talataya suffers such a large-scale attack by the Islamic State in the Great Saharan Group. Mali's government, however, confirmed Tuesday an air offense. And as reports mention that Malian military air offensives on Wednesday, the army's head of communications was quoted by the AFP when speaking to local media Friday, and Colonel Soliaman Dambelli slammed reports that Talataya was besieged by an ISIS affiliate group. A series of strong inland earthquakes has shaken Indonesia's easternmost West Papua province, but there were no immediate reports of serious damage or casualties. At least four land-based earthquakes between 6.2 to 5.5 magnitude were recorded on Saturday and centered about 37 kilometers northwestern of the central Mamberoma district in western Papua. The Indonesian Meteorology and Climatology and Geographics Agency reported. The earthquake, however, were measured at a depth of up to 16 kilometers, the agency said, and so far there have been no reports of damage as a result of the earthquake. The modeling result shows that the earthquake has no tsunami potential. Dorino, who heads the Earthquake and Tsunami Mitigation Division, also said that the quakes posed no danger of triggering a tsunami. Indonesia straddles the Pacific Ring of Fire, where different tectonic plates of the Earth's crust meet and create frequent seismic activities. With a population of some 1.2 million, West Papua is one of Indonesia's latest populous province. Dear viewers, that is all for now with your domestic and international news in brief. Until we're back with some more news, stay and enjoy the rest of our programs. But until then, these were your major headlines for this broadcast in review. Messages of condolences from President Isaias Afwerki to King Charles III. Abuna Carlos gives benediction and more on your domestic news. On your international, dozens of civilians killed in eastern Mali. Strong earthquakes jolts part of Indonesia's West Papua province. That is all from us here at our headquarters at Asmara. Until we are back with some more news, stay and enjoy the rest of our programs here on ERi-TV.